What's going on, guys? Shion KP here. So let's talk about this comment here. He's totally negating the effectiveness of a nunchaku, or nunchuck as people like to call them. Now, I'm someone who's certified to teach all these weapons, and I do teach bow, jo, tombow, spear, all this good stuff. There's no reason to negate one weapon because you really don't understand the weapon and say another weapon has more practicality. And again, you still probably don't understand that weapon. So let's go into the ideology and some of the perks of the nunchaku. Right now, we're going to talk about 3 different lengths of stick or bow. We have a 4-foot, which is commonly known as a jo. We have a tombow that's roughly about 2 feet. And this one's what we call a mimikun, which is about a 5-footer, right? These are things that you might more commonly find in the street, maybe a 4-footer like a broomstick, or the tombow like a pipe. Now let's look at the nunchaku. I've made this video and many videos like this before, but I'm going to reiterate what I've been saying. People forget that nunchaku are literally 2 tanbo, short sticks, tied together by a chain or a rope. So if we look at a tombow and you put these 2 together, they're roughly about the same length, give or take, right? So a lot of the movements of the tombow you can do with the nunchaku. Here are some examples. Take a jo. Now the jo, most people don't understand how to use this weapon, especially on TikTok, right? I'm talking about the layman. There are a lot of cool things about the jo, but typically if someone finds a stick, they're going to poke and create distance and hit, right? They might not know to do the curves this way, but they might try to just whack around, boom. But now, for whatever reason, the attacker, the assailant, whatever word you want to use gets close. The average person isn't going to know to choke up on the jo and to use hooks and things like that. They're not. So it's going to take just the same amount of training as anything to understand that now I can shorten this weapon. But if you look at the nunchaku, its full length now is pretty comparable to a jo, especially if we add the length of my arm to it. So now with a nunchaku, I have a portable weapon that can keep people away from me if need be. I can strike from distances. And yes, it does come back at you, but you have to understand after it comes back how to use that to your advantage. But then if they get close to me, strike, 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 strike. I have 2 sticks. I can trap. I have 2 sticks. I can lock an arm, hit, go over the head, boom. That doesn't negate the effectiveness of it. If anything, it makes it more effective because I have the distancing power of a 4 to 5 foot weapon, and I have the controlling, locking, trapping power of a shorter weapon. At the end of the day, the nunchaku isn't a melee weapon only. It's not just about swinging the weapon and looking cool like Bruce Lee. We have sticks that we can smash people with, hurt people with, ends of the weapon. Now, typically, more traditional nunchaku, I like to use the training ones in these demos so people can see where I'm grabbing it and things like that. The traditional version of this weapon tends to be octagonal. Why? Because when I lock up on the joints against the skin and the pressure points, oh Lord, is that painful. If I grab someone's head and put it in between here and squeeze, that way, oh Lord, is it painful. If I trap somebody here and their head is there and I squeeze an arm, strike, hit, you hear the density of that weapon. It's no different than a tombow. Boom, smash. Works the same. Don't knock something you don't understand, my friend. Have a good day.